And I'm Isabella Foley. From Renaissance to SZA, we're back with the latest entertainment news updates.
All that and more from Hamden to Hollywood. We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news. From Hamden to Hollywood,
we are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Beloved stage and screen actress Frances Sternhagen has died at age 93. Sternhagen is most well known for her roles as Bunny McDougal in Sex and the City and Esther Clavin in Cheers, for which she earned Emmy nominations. Sternhagen's son, John Carlin, took to Instagram to post a tribute to his mother, stating, quote, "Franny, Mom, Frances Sternhagen, on Monday night, November 27th, she died peacefully at her home, a month and a half shy of her 94th birthday." He wrote, "I will post more soon, but for now, I just want to give thanks for a remarkable gift of an artist and human being that was Frances Sternhagen. She was beloved by many," end quote. Sternhagen was also well known for her work on Broadway, earning 7 Tony Award nominations and 2 wins. Sternhagen is survived by her husband, Thomas Carlin, and their 6 children.
Late actress Naya Rivera's Glee co-stars gathered together once again to honor her through finishing a previously unreleased track called Prayers for the Broken that was originally written in 2012. With the blessing of the writers Lindy Robbins and Isaac Hassan, as well as Rivera's mother Yolanda Privatire, many of the actress's fellow cast members from the hit show recorded background vocals on the song to contribute to her ongoing legacy. All of the proceeds from the track's release will be given to Alexandria House, a charity that provides housing for women and children experiencing homelessness and trauma. The charity was heavily supported by Rivera before her tragic passing in 2020. Kevin McHale, who played Artie in the beloved series, shared with Entertainment Tonight that, quote, "This song has meant so much to me over the years, and now I hope it will for all of you," end quote. We continue to remember Rivera's impact on the industry.
SZA has been nominated for 9 Grammy Awards this year after her record-breaking album SOS has soared to the charts since its release in December 2022. SZA was named Variety's 2023 Hitmaker of the Year, and her success is no surprise to fans. SZA took a 5-year hiatus after her first studio album, Control, for which she earned 5 Grammy nominations and lost all of them. SZA told Variety, quote, "I've lost enough times to know that investing in this moment is not wise," she says. "It's not because it's not important, I'm so happy for it, but because you have to place your importance on who you are as an artist and as a person. It's my first time being this popular, and I saw a huge uptick in negativity at the same exact time," end quote. SZA also told Variety that she hated her hit Kill Bill that hit number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. SZA feared that the song was too silly and people might mix the message of the song, as she said, quote, "People are just weird like that," end quote. 9 Grammy nominations is no joke, as SZA uses this success to fuel her haters and those who attempted to leak her music before its release in 2022.
Just in time for the holidays, Macaulay Culkin has finally been given a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame last Friday. It's been nearly 25 years since the iconic Home Alone film warmed the hearts of millions on screen, and everyone's favorite Kevin is now grown up with kids of his own. Culkin's tear-jerking ceremony marked the first public appearance of him and his partner Brenda Song with their 2 sons, Carson and Dakota, who was rocking a mohawk in true McAllister style. Culkin's movie mom, Catherine O'Hara, attended and gave a heartfelt speech about her beaming pride for the actor, followed by former child actress Natasha Lyonne. Culkin made sure to give credit to his family for his success and closed his acceptance speech with the classic line, quote, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animals," end quote. Congratulations to the actor that has won over all of our hearts.
Zoe Matzel is here with an inside look at Quinnipiac's a cappella group, the QU Legends, as they prepare for their winter concert. Zoe, what do you have for us?
Thanks, guys. The QU Legends had their winter concert this past weekend, and we had the opportunity to interview the president about their performance and the future of the Legends. Let's check it out.
It's something that we do every year. It's our winter concert, and it's just a great way for family and friends to come and watch us, especially those friends that are on campus and can't really travel to our other performances. It's just a great opportunity to sing and show everybody what we do throughout the semester. We have some Kelly Clarkson in there, we have some Pentatonics classics, we have some Christmas music and holiday songs, and of course we have Adele. Our biggest performances are ICCAs, which is our International Collegiate A Cappella Competition, also known from Pitch Perfect. It is a real thing. It is the same competition that they show in the movie. We actually compete in it every year. That's our probably biggest performance, but also this year we're performing at Radio City Music Hall again for a second year to open for the Radio City Rockettes for the Christmas Spectacular, so that's super exciting. what makes this singing group unique is none of us are music majors. A lot of people in a cappella groups around the US, they are there for music purposes. So they're getting a degree in singing or vocals or music in any capacity. Not one of us is a music major, and we've never had one person in the group ever be a music major. We're essentially a bunch of us are just randoms. We're health science, we're journalism, we're film, we're everything. So that's probably the most unique thing about us. Whenever we go to different competitions and we see other groups, they're like, none of you are doing this for a living, and we're like, nope. So yeah, that's probably the coolest thing about us. This is my last year. As like heartbreaking as it is, I'm like not ready to graduate. I'm not ready to leave all of these people. But my future for the Legends is just to set them up as best as they can for when I'm not here anymore. I think it's going to be hard for me to hand over the reins of the group, but I also know that I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that they are in the best spot that they can be, so our next president and our next e-board, they can really be successful with the group. I think we're going to get bigger, we're going to get better. We're already performing at these crazy venues in Boston and New York City, and I think that we started as a small a cappella group from Connecticut, and now we're becoming something more that is known across a bunch of different states in the country. Really, we're one of the top a cappella groups here, so in this literal country, which is nuts to say out loud, but we are one of the top groups, and it just goes to show that even if you're starting small and you might not have the most resources and you might not have the best program to support you, you can make those dreams come true, and just always shooting big. We're just gonna shoot for the stars and keep going.
That's all I have. We'll be right back to you after this commercial break.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. What? My. Oh.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Awards are taking place on December 7th, and here with their thoughts and predictions are Michael Katz-Flynn and Ryan Agnello.
Hey, it's Michael.
And I'm Ryan. The 2023 Game Awards are this Thursday, and we're here to break down the biggest nominees, controversies, and changes coming to this year's awards.
The Game Awards is a video game award show started in 2014 by entrepreneur and industry journalist Jeff Keighley. Before the Game Awards, Keighley worked on the Spike Video Game Awards, which aired on a now defunct cable channel. As viewership fell and audiences shifted away from cable TV, Keighley brought the Game Awards online as an independent production and found great success.
The Game Awards focus on celebrating the past year in gaming, announcing world premieres, and using audience choice and interaction, unlike the more standard focus of other notable Game Awards ceremonies like the Game Developers Conference or BAFTA Games Awards.
This year's nominees have many familiar names with games like Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Tears of the Kingdom, and Mario Wonder, appearing in several major categories such as Best Game Direction, Narrative, Score and Music Art, Direction, and Game of the Year.
Along with the many other categories honoring this year's games, the Game Awards are also a place for studios to promote some of their biggest releases for the coming year. After being absent from last year's event, Xbox sent a memo to IGN promising major announcements and more Xbox news you won't want to miss, in store for Thursday.
The Game Awards steered a heated debate when Jeff Keighley revealed the nominees, with Starfield's absence surprising some, and Dave the Diver's nomination for Best Independent Game sparking major controversy. Dave the Dyer, despite resembling an indie game, is made by a team employed by Nexon, a major publisher, leading to questions about independence.
In a recent Q&A, Keeley emphasized the subjective nature of independence in gaming, citing examples like Death Stranding and Baldur's Gate 3, which blurred the lines due to their funding sources. He defended the inclusion of games like Dave the Diver, stating the jury's perception deemed it an independent game despite its ties to a larger entity like Nexon.
In preparation for the Game Awards, production is implementing heightened security measures to prevent stage crashes following previous incidents at the gaming events. Last year's Game Awards saw an unexpected stage crash during the Game of the Year speech, prompting Keeley to promise tighter security.
He addressed this in a Q&A, assuring viewers of improved security measures and emphasizing a focus on celebrating game developers and the industry's achievements while addressing concerns about safety.
We are excited to see what this year's Game Awards have in store. That's all we have time for. I'm Michael.
And I'm Ryan. We'll be back after this commercial break.
This week's late night highlights. Paul, what do you have for us?
Stephen Colbert is returning to host The Late Show in the Ed Sullivan Theater tonight following a ruptured appendix. The show had been canceled last week after it was determined that Colbert required surgery. Thus, Colbert was unable to interview guests Jennifer Garner, Patrick Stewart, John Baptiste, Kelsey Grammer, and Barbra Streisand. However, he is planning on interviewing both Sarah Paulson and Jason Isbell on Monday with a performance from the 400 unit. Tuesday and Wednesday's lineup consists of Mark Ruffalo, Daniel Caesar, Nicki Minaj, and Sarah Bareilles. The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is the top dog in the late night ratings for the third consecutive week. From November 20th to the 24th, the Late Night Show averaged a .30 rating among adults who are between the ages of 18 and 49, a vital category. Jimmy Kimmel Live was awarded second place with an average .24 rating, while The Late Show with Stephen Colbert trailed in third place with a .15 rating. All of these ratings were according to Nielsen. Fallon's .30 rating during Thanksgiving week is the best demo score a late night host has had in a year. This has helped Fallon build momentum coming into the month of December. We will see if he's able to maintain this record pace. Despite Trevor Noah leaving Comedy Central's The Daily Show a year ago, the series still has not identified a permanent host. However, a decision is expected to be made soon, with sources telling Deadline that Paramount is facing immense pressure to declare Noah's successor by the end of the calendar year. Two potential candidates, Jordan Klepper and Desi Liddick, who hosted the November 22nd show together, were applauded on social media for their performances and obvious chemistry. Sources said the show maintaining a two-host format felt like a new chapter in the genre. That's it for this week's Late Night Highlights. Back to you guys at the desk.
Ella Madden and Taylor DeLisi are here to discuss their thoughts on Renaissance, filmed by Beyoncé. Let's see how they rated the highly anticipated movie.
Hey, #Hive. I'm Ella.
And I'm Taylor.
And we are here to give our full thoughts on the one of one, the number one, the only one,
Beyoncé's Renaissance tour film, which premiered in cinemas on Friday, December 1st.
As a veteran artist, Beyoncé is extremely well known for perfecting all aspects of her craft. Her songwriting, production, and visuals are all top tier. And she is undoubtedly the greatest live performer of all time. And the Renaissance tour was no exception. But a lot of people wondered how on earth she would be able to capture the tour on film in a way that did the live performance justice.
Beyoncé is no stranger to concert films, especially her 2019 film Homecoming, which is a self-directed concert film detailing her iconic 2018 Beychella performance at Coachella and the journey leading up to it. The film, which was released on Netflix, was a smash hit and won the Grammy for Best Music Film, along 6 Primetime Emmy Award nominations.
Now, the Renaissance tour film was no exception. The tour is the second highest grossing female tour of all time, and for good reason. Beyoncé's expertise as a filmmaker really shines here, as she incorporates so many different individual concerts on the tour in the film and weaves them together seamlessly.
Seeing how the editing team match cut so well in the middle of full-on performances so you can see all the different costumes and outfits she wore on tour helps fully immerse you into the world of Renaissance.
Seriously, I think my favorite moments of the film were those performance pieces, especially America Has a Problem, because I love the set design, her outfits, and of course the song, as it's still top 2 for me on Renaissance. But seeing the full comprehensive show instead of just snippets on TikTok just reaffirmed how much I love this album.
The film doesn't only show the concert itself, but in the vein of Homecoming, she also incorporates a ton of behind-the-scenes footage, from rehearsals to showtime. Seeing how Beyoncé took charge in creating this atmosphere and bringing her vision to life shows how dedicated she is, not just as a performer, but as an artist as well.
It also shows that behind the larger-than-life figure, there's a very human side to Beyoncé. Beyoncé, seeing how tirelessly she works at her craft despite also being a mom to 3 kids, including the tour's most famous dancer, Blue Ivy Carter.
Telling the fans they were the visuals was another amazing part of the film, though. Seeing how everyone else fully leaned into the Renaissance aesthetic and had so much fun throughout the entire show. Another gift to the fans was the surprise drop of My House, which is a thundering declaration of love for her fans throughout the tour and the Renaissance era.
One thing's for certain, the Hive will always show up for Beyoncé, and this tour is a testament to the fans that have encouraged her to experiment and take risks, and boy did they pay off.
That's all we have for tonight. Back to you guys at the desk.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made home ownership happen. Homeschooling yourself on loans, beefing up your credit score.
So I'm pre-approved.
You were like, yes! Sorry. Color coding listings, ticking boxes, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. Home sweet home. You aced house hunting. Now get the tips you need to get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
I think it's just vapor with flavor.
It won't hurt my kid like cigarettes, right?
Vaping is safer than smoking, isn't it?
There's really not even that much nicotine in them, right?
My kid?
My kid knows it's dangerous.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping, maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
We're back with this week's Hollywood News Update, and here to fill us in on all the West Coast news is Michael Katz-Flynn. Michael?
Thanks, guys. We're going straight to the Golden State for our first story. Bob Iger shared a town hall event that Disney has dedicated significant effort to fixing internal issues, emphasizing a shift from fixing problems to focusing on creative building, a phase he finds more enjoyable. He acknowledged a decline in Disney's performance, attributing it partially to an excessive output. Iger said, quote, "In assessing some of our performances recently, one of the reasons I believe it's fallen off a bit is that we were making too much. I think when it comes to creativity, quality is critical, of course, and quantity in many ways can destroy quality. Storytelling is the core of what we do as a company," end quote. Despite Disney hitting a new milestone, most releases in a year, 2023 was the first year since 2014, excluding 2020, where no movie made $1 billion. The evident lesson learned by Bob Iger and Disney revolves around the prioritizing quantity over quality, acknowledging its profitability while recognizing the determination impact on their product. Their renewed focus appears to center on storytelling excellence rather than solely chasing financial gains. Well, what do you guys think? Has Disney come to their senses and will actually start fixing the problems, or are they just saying this to hush the fans and they won't change anything?
You know, there has been so many movies and TV shows coming from Disney now that they have Disney Plus, because that's another platform that they have to fuel with content. And we see this especially with IPs like Marvel and the Avengers and stuff like that, because it's so popular, and now we've seen 10 projects come from Marvel this year, including TV shows and movies that are in theaters, on the platform. So really, it's just been such a quantity game for Disney and Disney Plus, and I think that Bob Iger does have a point with addressing what people are actually thinking. What do you think, Isabella?
I definitely think it's important that he's addressing it, but I think he's kind of just saying what, you know, audiences and fans want to hear to make them happy. But to agree with your point, Liz, I definitely think that it's a quality over quantity kind of issue. Fans want to see better quality content instead of just a lot of things that are being pushed out just simply for the fact of it. So I definitely think that he should slow down and take his own advice. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, no, I agree with both of you guys. Like, I do agree that he probably said that just to like hush up the fans for now. But like, I do genuinely think like they acknowledge the issue. Like, 2023 was such a bad year for the box office and had a lot of flops for Disney. And going on what you said, Liz, about Marvel, like, I'm a huge Marvel fan, and like, Phases 1 through 3 were excellent, and had some weaker movies with no embarrassments. With like Phases 4 and 5 had just not been it. Like it's just been all scattered. It seemed like everything's communicated well. It's supposed to be the multiverse saga, but it seems like the multiverse has different rules every single time. And same with like Star Wars and Pixar and like all their other IPs have just been going downhill, down. And unnecessary sequels like it was like Indiana Jones 5, and like now they're making Toy Story 5 and Frozen 3 and 4. But I mean, I just hope that he means what he said and they acknowledge the issue, because I do hope Disney can get back on track. Speaking of Marvel though, Taika Waititi has revealed that he initially had no interest in directing 2017's Thor Ragnarok for Marvel and did not have much prior knowledge on the character. On Monday's episode of the Smartless podcast, he opened up a bit about how he ended up helming 2 Thor movies and said, quote, "You know what? I had no interest in doing one of those films. It wasn't on my plan for my career as an auteur, but I was poor and I just had a second child, and I thought, you know what? This would be a great opportunity to feed these children," end quote. Taika admitted his initial disinterest in the Thor franchise, considering it among the least popular. He had never been a fan of Thor comics and found the character confusing even after researching and reading some material. He believed he was approached to direct the Thor films because he thought there were no new directions for the franchise, considering it as hitting rock bottom. Taika Waititi was initially rejected by the fans, but won their praise over Thor Ragnarok, though immediately lost it with Thor Love and Thunder. But what do you guys think? Should studios only hire a director for an adaptation if they have prior knowledge of the source material, or should they let any director take on any property, making it their own?
In my opinion, I think that new perspectives is the whole point of film. You know, film is all about creativity and getting that fresh set of eyes. So I don't necessarily think it's a bad idea to have a director on a project that may not be as knowledgeable or familiar with the franchise or an adaptation. I think it could just bring a new perspective and elevate what's already there. What do you think, Liz?
You know, I have to disagree with you there, because when we look at stuff like Thor and Marvel again, and like Lucasfilm, stuff like that, there are these so complex worlds that we are seeing. There are dictionaries dedicated to these worlds.
True.
And we can't just bring anybody in there and just be like, hey, go for it. Even if they have never seen a Marvel movie, why would they direct a Marvel movie? So I definitely think that having prior knowledge on the subject material at hand makes it look and feel better as a project. But what do you think, Michael?
Yeah, no, so I definitely see what you're saying, though. Like, I do feel like that it is always nice to see a fresh take, and we should maybe branch out, but like at the same time, the director needs to have some prior knowledge on the property before taking on a big product like Marvel. Like Marvel has such a complicated lore, and like there's so much to it that you just really need someone to know the source material. Like Thor Ragnarok, Taika had help from Feige and guidance from several other people, so that's why he was able to make it work. But then for Thor Love and Thunder, he didn't have any help, and they just let him do his own thing, and that's where things fell flat and it completely failed. So I definitely think it is important that a director has some prior knowledge they're adapting something, whether it be a comic or a video game or a book or anything. But that's all we have time for this week. We'll be right back after this commercial break.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I know what you're thinking. I need a job. I need a new career.
Well, I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I wasn't happy with what I was doing.
After high school, I didn't have a plan.
I just wanted to start working. I got laid off twice, but you gotta keep going.
You just need the right skills. Find an apprenticeship.
I found a 2-year IT program.
I found a medical course online.
I'm now a consultant in the tech space.
You have more options than you think. You can do this.
You will find something.
You will find something new.
This week, Isabella and I are playing a game of Guess the Holiday Character. Let's get started with the first clue. All right, grumpy, obsessed with making money, gets 3 visitors on Christmas Eve. Oh. Do you know that one?
Wait, can we see the clues one more time? Grumpy, obsessed with making money. Scrooge.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
From The Christmas Carol. I think that's what it is.
Go.
Oh, there he is. What
Which
a king.
version do you like more, the Muppets or the cartoon one?
I'm definitely more of a fan of the cartoon one, I would say.
Okay.
I feel like that's more classic for me. Are you a Muppets fan?
Oh, come on. Big Muppets fan.
Yeah, can't go wrong, honestly.
All right, let's see what's next. Wears a top hat, snowy, says happy birthday.
Says happy birthday.
Oh, this is Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, it's Frosty. It's not. He says happy birthday.
That's when he wakes up when he turns real.
Oh, yes.
He says happy birthday.
Oh, that's so true. Oh, I love Frosty the
Love
Snowman.
Frosty.
That's making me feel so nostalgic right
Yeah.
now. I love this time of year. Oh, all right.
What's the next one? Creates a battle plan on Christmas Eve, has a huge family, and wishes you a Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I'm gonna let you guess this one because we talked about this earlier in the show.
This might just be our fave little kid, Kevin McAllister, who just got a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame. So
there we go.
Oh,
that shows how much of a classic this movie is.
Absolutely.
All right, what do we got next? Sings about hot chocolate, punches holes, in charge of getting passengers to the North Pole on time.
I feel like this is something with Polar Express. I'm gonna be honest, though. I didn't grow up on Polar Express as much, so I don't know the
I'm a bit scared of
character
Polar Express, if I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, it is a little creepy out of all the rest
Not
of the
my
cartoons.
favorite. I know this character is the train conductor in the Polar Express, played by Tom Hanks. No idea the name.
True.
Okay.
Wow, well, we
So
went
maybe we
that
did get it
far.
right there. I guess we did get it right.
Shout out Tom Hanks. Love that. I should watch that movie more, honestly. Oh, okay, next one.
Dreams of being a dentist, a misfit, and
Is Friends with the Reindeer? Is that the other clue?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm picturing.
It's I
Is
feel
his
like
name
his
Ian?
name is Herb.
Is
No,
his name Ian?
I think his name is Herb or Curb. It's something that
I
sounds
feel like it's
that.
Ian.
It's the Ian is really.
I know it's a little.
Yes.
I think it's a little blonde out from.
Yeah, and he's
Rudolph.
like he wears like a little like blue and pink outfit.
I think it's Ian.
I think it's Herb.
I just have a really strong.
I think it's
feeling.
neither. Hermie, I was close.
Okay, you're still not. Okay, I don't know where I got Ian from.
I don't know. Maybe you're thinking of a different elf dentist.
Probably.
That was a good
since
guess,
I know
though.
so many of them.
Yeah, true.
All right, let's see what's next. Lives in Bedford Falls,
Sorry.
visited by an angel, sees life from a different point of view.
I got excited. Sorry. I just watched this movie the other day. It's from
Is
It's a
this-
Wonderful Life.
That's what I was gonna say. I know It's a Wonderful Life.
And his name is.
Let's see how well you watched that movie, Bella.
I feel like his name. Wait, I'm thinking of the actor Jimmy Stewart.
George Bailey.
Oh,
Okay.
George. Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it actually.
Really? I actually watched it for the first time the other day, fully. I've like seen
Really?
parts of it, but you know what I mean when you haven't sat down to watch a classic, and I cried at the end. It's really,
did.
it's really a beautiful movie, honestly. So
right.
I think everybody should watch it.
All right, what is the next one? No Santa, raised by elves, visits Gimbals.
I'm gonna let you take this one.
This is from my favorite Christmas movie, Elf. This is Buddy the Elf.
Absolutely.
I love this movie.
Oh
And
yeah, I can never get enough. Truly.
I at first when I was younger, like I didn't get the humor. Now I
true.
think it's hilarious. Like I thought Gimbals was a real store, and it was.
So did I.
believe it was. I believe it was. But
yeah,
then
it
closed.
might have been, or it was like from a long time ago. So
Yeah, but definitely on my watch list this year.
absolutely,
All right.
I watch it every year.
Loves to bake cookies. Married to Saint Nick. Can be found at the North Pole.
I feel like this is almost like too easy. Like this is a trick question.
This is Mrs. Claus. I believe.
I thought it was
Mrs. Claus.
Oh,
Who-
Mrs.
Who did
Claus.
you think it was?
I don't know. I think I read the clue wrong. I thought it was Santa.
Who's married? No, it says married. to
Oh
Saint
yes,
Nick.
it's just true, Mrs. Claus. I love those classic like what are they called? Not claymation.
Yes,
stop motion.
stop motion
movies.
claymation. I think they're.
I
called
love
both.
those ones. I feel
Yes.
like they're not appreciated as much anymore.
I think I watch them every year, and I think we need to see more of them because I feel like they were so whimsical. back then.
Absolutely, I totally agree. All right, I think that's all we have for the game.
Yes.
So that's all we have this week on this festive episode of #that.
Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts to stay up to date.
I'm Isabella Foley.
And I'm Liz Ippolito. From the producers, talent, and everyone working hard behind the scenes, thank you for watching #that, and we will see you all next semester.